rap is one of the elements from hip-hop culture, sung and performed particularly by the African Americans. It has global influence on the Nigerian music scene. Down the years, a lot of Nigerian rappers have made their mark on the genre. And so far, 2019 has brought us some bangers. No need to search through the millions of rap songs on Apple Music or Spotify, because right here and right now, we have in our studios one rap artist, William Okafor, but we'll take a quick break. Actually, we'll listen to what he has, and then we'll come back to discuss some more with him.
Enjoy.
Yo, it's your boy Illwill, the academic MC, Roots Movement. Yo, my man Switch behind the boards. Yo, Switch, are you ready? Okay, let's go, yeah. Yo, this is the Game of Thrones of microphones. I spit fire, yeah, I'm a drag on homes. I hate liars, don't try to talk to me, I'm not your G. So what the F, you high on E? Alphabets, yo, that's the scheme. If you didn't get the pun, then you've lost your steam. I'm all day Cassius Clay, dropping punches. All I need is 4 bars and do this unconscious. The rhymes that manifest and leave holes in your chest. I suggest you rest and leave this rapping thing to the best. I'm gonna take on what I write.
Williams Okafor, rap artist. He joins us now in the studios. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
It could have been any other genre. Why rap?
Early 90s, late 90s, late 80s, 90s, there was an influx of hip-hop music in Nigeria, and it's something that circulated. It's something that resonated with me. I was able to connect with it. It was black. It was boisterous. So a lot of youths at the time just went with it. A lot of youths, young children, everybody just went with it. So that has been the culture that I have grown with. Yeah.
Now, I mean, you said it was black. Now, it wasn't necessarily African, though, and you're from African background. Now, what do you think are the biggest challenges with trying to merge your two identities? Because a lot of times when you hear rap music, you automatically hear the American influence there. Now, how do you manage to bring your Africanness into it? We don't have that many, African rappers, other than namely people like M.I. and the likes. So how do you manage to bring your two identities into your music?
It was kind of the message. It was based on struggle, so we could identify with the struggle. We could identify. We looked up to the Michael Jacksons and a lot of the black people. So back then, when the music there was so much influx of westernized music, so we could identify with it. It made sense to a lot of us at the time.
Who would you say is your biggest influence in rap music? You mentioned the late 80s, early 90s. Who would you say is your biggest rap influence in your music personally? I've listened to the album, by the way, and it's great.
Thank you very much.
And I have a few favorites on there, but who would you say is your biggest influence?
Influences, I would call Jay-Z, Nas, Eminem, Lauryn Hill, Wyclef.
Nice.
So tell us about this album. What inspired it and what's on it?
Okay, it's a 10-track album. It's just the way you asked me, how do you bring your Africanness into the music? That was me my journey, bringing myself into hip hop. I did not want to. I didn't want to make it Western, fully Western. It was my own ideas, my own thoughts. Thinking my own thoughts, basically expressing it in forms of rap and poetry.
10 tracks. Do you have any favorites there?
I can't really say I have a favorite, but one of the ideas is to make an impact, to touch people with this music. We're not trying to get you to dance for the reigning minute. We want to make something evergreen, something that lasts. So Invictus was kind of my idea of me touching that point.
Well, I've listened to the album. It's amazing. My favourite's Time and Mercy. You should all grab a copy, by the way.
Thank you
The Goodwill of Illwill. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.